Hi, my name is Taclys, and today I'm going to show you guys how to do scoring on a shooter. Specifically, this is designed for a multiplayer shooter, but I'm just going to be showing you it with one person. And I've finally gotten back to doing a tutorial. I'm sorry it took me so long. I've only recently unboxed all of my recording gear, and I've been super busy. In case you don't follow me on Twitter, half my department either quit or got fired recently, so we've been working a lot of overtime and whatnot. So yeah, still a good job, still like it, getting settled into my new house, you know, finding insurance and paying bills and all that fun stuff. So anyways, to the tutorial. Enough throat clearing. What we're going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a global score counter and how to make a streak score counter for when you kill enemies, specifically by shooting, though this would also work with melee. What I have here, I have 5 enemies. Their one and only goal is to die for me. And I also have this thing here, which will kill me when I need it to. So, you kill it, and if you see in the bottom left corner, it says player 1 score and player 1 streak. The score is the total score for that guy. So it's 2 score, 2 streak. Now if I die, and then I revive, it resets my streak to 0. And then I can go back and kill it. There we go. So now my score is 3, my streak is 1. So on. Kill myself. And whatnot. So the idea here is that if you're going to make a shooter of some sort, you could have rewards built in every so often. Not like Call of Duty or something like that, of course. But you could have, you know, a nice perk or a nice gun or a chopper gunner if you got to a certain streak. So let's show how to do this. Now, I'm only having these guys out here to demonstrate that the only thing you need is an enemy. That's it. These guys are set to Team 2. That's the only thing they do. These guys could have 900 pages of code. So long as they're Team 2, this should work. Let's go into the player. And I'm going to reset this brains. Let's see. Delete page, bring gallery to first person shooter basic. Pretty simple. Let's go ahead and make the scoring correct. So let's see. What we're going to do is when attack hit enemy, gotta make a child line of code. When attack hit enemy, started to when it is dead. And we're going to create a global variable called player, if I can spell right, player 1 score. Increment up by 1. Pretty simple. And then we're also going to do our streak. So we're just going to do player 1 score increment up by 1. And this is not going to be a global Boolean or global numeric variable. It's just going to be a numeric variable. So pretty much that's the basics for our attack. I also had a respawn animation in there, which there's a couple of ways you can do this. If you're going to have like a multiplayer shooter where when you die, your player model is destroyed and you spawn a new one in by template, which is how I usually do it, but that's quite a bit more complex. Then don't do the following steps. Your player score will automatically reset to 0 every time you do that. But in the nature of getting that set up, let's make this person an object variable. So let's do player 1. So global object variable player 1 equals me. This way, if you're going to be using a template spawning in system, which I'm not going to show off in this tutorial video, this is going to be a simple one, then you can just have the player, this variable will follow the current player around. We're also going to add another line of code up here under the once that has, keep selecting the wrong tiles. Destroy after death equals false. And then scroll down here at the bottom. I had this like little fancy respawn animation where it changed cameras and all that, but I don't know. I didn't really like it. So when is dead, we're going to count down for, let's do 2 seconds, and then revive. At the same time, when is dead, we're going to take our player 1 score equals 0. Make sure that this isn't a global variable. This is just a local variable. That way it resets the streak. And at this point, we should be good to go. Alright. Looks good. The only other thing we need is a scoreboard. I like to keep this outside of the player model, so we're going to throw a logic cube out here. Make it bigger. And we're going to do display. And we're going to type in text that says, oh, let's go with player 1 score. And I wouldn't necessarily have to do this one. I'm going to put the plus. And then global player 1 score. Let's put this in the bottom left corner and make the text large. Then let's copy and paste this. Change this from player 1 score to player 1 streak. And instead of global player score, actually, yeah, we would want global and then our player 1 object variable. Alright, let's give it a spin. Okay, so looks like I got my typography a little bit wrong on my streak text there, but let's see if it works out. Okay, so he died. Let's kill ourselves. And in first person, the respawn animation is a little wonky, I will admit that. But you know what? It works. Then, kill this one. Our score goes up. Our streak goes up. So, let's see, where's my trap? Here we go. Oh, it missed. There. Got me that time. Then our streak resets to 0. And so on. Pretty simple. So, if you're doing a multiplayer shooter, all you have to do is rename the variables for each player. So player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4 variables. And you should be good to go. If you guys are interested in a tutorial on how to make template-based objects credit their score back to their players without having to make one object per player, so like you would only need 1 grenade for 4 teams rather than 1 grenade for team 1, 1 grenade for team 2, 1 grenade for team 3, and so on, let me know. I figured that out. It's not simple. Well, it is simple, but it was kind of odd to figure out. But if you want that tutorial, let me know. So I know this tutorial was a little bit short, currently at about 8.5 minutes. But I thought I would throw a tutorial out there as soon as I could. So thank you all very much for your patience. I appreciate your support a lot. Yeah, it's just been a busy point for me. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, be quick to leave a comment below. I will see you guys later.